officially back on air. Welcome back to
Wow.
episode 2 of the podcast. I'll be your host today. It's your boy, Dommy Doritos. With me, I got Spoon today. Spoon, say what up.
What up?
And then we got Nick. So we got a loaded show for you guys. We got
I'm here.
Nick is here. Sorry, I didn't let Nick say what up. All right.
Yep.
It's fine.
So
It's all right.
we are going to dive right into it. We got new Riot Games coming out with a new fighting game. Not a lot of details. It just started trending on Twitter one day, and I happened to notice it. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really know much about it, but it looks like they're gonna try and get into the realm, take the same champions, and get into that fighting genre of a game.
it's an interesting thing that they're trying to do. We have a company in Riot Games, the Riot, who's been just feeding off of League of Legends for 10 years now.
It's the only
The
game.
only game.
Only game.
And they're
Mhm.
going to experiment with something else, which is very interesting.
I really actually like this by Riot. Mainly because I think we can all agree that the world they've built around League is kind of awesome. And like if they continue to pump out like kind of like side games that dive into that world a little bit and are just different,
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think it will help them
No, I
kind of
totally agree. Sorry to cut you off there, but
no. I ran out of talking points.
no.
I am a retard.
The come on, we can't be saying that. We can't say the
Wait,
R
we
word.
can't
Come on,
say that?
Spoon.
We
Yeah,
can't
you
say the R word?
can't
What
say
about
the
my
R
We can
dog?
say the- What about what?
word.
The
All right.
fuck? I wouldn't.
All right,
I'm
moving
not.
on. We'll have to actually edit this one.
We're not editing.
Hell no.
Well, they were gonna make like an open world MMORPG, which would have been pretty sick if you ask me.
I
Like, it
hope
was
they're
gonna
still doing that.
gonna be a big thing for a while. But back to the fighting game, I feel like they're not gonna be able to compete with the titles that have been around. Like, Smash has that huge audience. I mean, it's not that big anymore, but has that
No,
audience. And then
it's
Tekken
like
and Mortal Kombat. Like, there's a lot of games
Yeah.
out there that, like, I don't know if like a new
I-
startup can really break in. Like you play.
yeah. Actually, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say about Smash is that I feel like it has a cult following, and it always will. It's one of
Yeah.
those classic Nintendo's games that like everyone will always just play it.
Yeah, I definitely
I've
agree.
never liked Tekken though. I've never liked any of those types of games. I've never liked UFC.
Yeah, I think that's where Smash really comes like big, like full circle
Yeah.
with like it's a 2D game, but it feels like the mobility is way more like in Mortal Kombat and Tekken. You're kind of stuck on that
Yeah.
like one screen aspect of it, and
No, totally.
yeah, I just think if League's gonna do it, they have to do that kind of like mobile like screen and have the moving stages and make it way more fast paced and
Well, I'm sitting here and I'm kind of looking at the Twitch charts and League obviously dominating like always. It's always in the top 10, top 5.
Top 5, yeah.
Interesting genre choice in my opinion. A fighting game because you look at the Twitch charts right now, you don't see any fighting games. So I wonder what kind of fighting game this is going to be. I think it's obviously going to be online, no doubt about
Yeah.
that. It's not going to be local. I'm assuming this is going to be a PC exclusive. And I think Nick, you brought it up. Will they use the same characters?
They have to.
yeah,
It's not going to gain any traction.
this
Like
is-
you can use characters that are like in the same world, I guess, but if they're not part of like the League of Legends universe, then I just don't see anyone really getting into it.
Okay, so this is where I was kind of confused. What do you do with a ranged champion in a fighting game? Like, what do you do
that's
with
true.
Ash? Like, what do you do with Vayne? What do you do with Lucian? Like,
That's
there's
I
a
mean,
lot of people that I'm
uh,
like, it kind of would totally like take away
What's
from their League of
the
Legends feel.
what's the superhero fighting game?
They like
You know,
Capcom versus Marvel.
no. Is that what it is? The one where you can play as like Batman and like Green
Yeah,
Arrow.
yeah,
Well, they have like Green Arrow, for instance. Like Green Arrow just hits people with their fucking bow.
it's
But
true.
to piggyback on your point, I wouldn't really like it if they used characters from that universe, but we weren't using like the same moves.
sure.
Like it was like we were reinventing the character a little bit. That seems lame.
And that's where Smash kind of dominates the market, right? You take all these
Yeah.
Nintendo characters, and they're like, all right, let's stay true to the character. Let's have Pikachu use, Lightning Bolt, but have it just be as effective as, Link throwing a boomerang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
There's
it's
a lot of
it's
balance.
a lot of balance, and very interested to see where that goes.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think there's so many different directions they could take it, but
I'm
I think they
really
already gonna have their footing because their player base is at least gonna try it, and if it's good, it's good. It's kind of like
yeah.
yeah. So
For sure. Yeah.
I really like the core concept of them finally expanding though.
yeah, no, like
The
a new game.
idea of a league universe just seems so compelling to me, at least.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna
Compelling.
kind of hard
Did
to
I say
fuck up
compelling?
You did say competing. Kind of
because
sounded like an idiot.
I feel like an idiot.
I'm compeling
can
a
I use the R word
banana.
again?
Fuck you.
Can I use the R word again?
No.
No, it's only for certain occasions. But
Um,
that honestly feels like it's one of them.
yeah, it kind of is. But yeah, but getting back to it, yeah, in my opinion, hard to fuck up. You have such a huge fan base that's gonna try it out. So already you've got your foot in the door there.
I would
And
actually strongly argue the hard not to fuck up point you just made. I think
well,
it's
Yeah.
yeah,
really easy to fuck up that and not stay true to the League of Legends vibe.
mhm,
If that's the route they go. If they go a route with totally unique characters, then I don't know what to expect.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what to expect either. I think it's gonna be great. Could be good, could be bad, but I think it's gonna be pretty good.
All
And
right.
I hope it's good. And I guess I don't know. You just gotta kind of hope it's good. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So let's move on to our next topic here. We got Ninja to Mixer and freeing up space for me on Twitch. Now I can make it big time as a big time streamer. Ninja's out of my way. So
Well, actually,
this story broke like what, last Thursday, last Friday?
Yeah.
But
It's pretty big.
big deal. Huge deal.
Yeah. And I'd like
I
to
don't
actually, before anything, I'd like to apologize in advance. That was me on the porn account on Ninja's Twitch. So apologies to anyone who saw that, but also check it out.
honestly, there's like multiple talking points there. The first I feel like is before we even get into Ninja leaving, what the fuck on Twitch? For like
Yeah, letting him
just
go.
Yeah.
letting him go. Like, what
then
do you
being
think
really
the
petty.
negotiations went on? Why were they so petty over it? The fact that they used his channel as an advertising board, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I have a lot of like, come on, man, moments about it.
I
I feel
Absolutely.
absolutely agree with you there. Like so many better things that they could have done. Like literally this guy just made you a
well, he
jillion
blew the
dollars.
yeah, he blew the site back up.
They
Like,
put
I
him
feel
on the
like
map for the common man,
yeah.
not just gamers.
Well,
For
yeah,
everyone.
that's the whole thing. The whole like Barstool Sports, all
Yep.
those types of social media accounts that just like Fortnite exploded.
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally this generation's thing.
Yeah, it's I don't know what to say. I mean, you look at everything the guy's done. I don't personally like watch Ninja that much. I mean,
No, he kind of has
but
to
you have,
cater to that like 12-year-old audience.
yeah,
More of an
exactly.
Mhm.
old
But you
more of an
also
old ninja fan, if you ask me.
Yeah, me
yeah,
too, dude. Old Ninja was pretty funny.
come on. But you also
He still
what did
is.
you say to me? No, but
You little shit.
you have to understand your bread and butter as Twitch, and there's no doubt in either one's mind, in anyone's mind, that Ninja was pulling a lot of weight, and for him to leave, there has to have been something that went down that we're not hearing about.
Well, I just feel like when he was like, he probably went to Twitch and was like, "Hey, Mixer just offered me a lot of money. Like, do you guys have like any
Absolutely.
any counter? Do you care? Like, are you gonna like encourage me to stay?" And I just feel like they're like, "Yeah, whatever, man."
Yeah, it's like,
Like-
yeah, go
Whatever,
to you,
dude.
go to you. I don't know. I think maybe Twitch is like, oh, he'll die out when a new game comes or something. Really don't know. I'm like trying to give Twitch the benefit of the doubt here, but it's such an awful decision on their part.
I
but
can't give them the benefit of the doubt after they turned it into an advertising board.
No, that is where the line gets drawn. And look, any bad blood between Ninja and Twitch could have been absolutely just hidden if Twitch didn't do that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? People probably wouldn't be hating on Twitch at all if that didn't happen. People would have just thought, oh, maybe he had a better opportunity somewhere else. He's just going to leave and go to Mixer. Maybe he'll eventually come back to Twitch. Well, now there's just no chance he's going to come back to Twitch. I mean, and like we
No.
said, Ninja's audience is actually primarily younger kids whose parents let them watch it. When they're clicking on Ninja and they're
Mhm.
seeing literally, my porn on there, that's fucked up, dude.
Yeah. Wait, was that the ad they were playing?
Yeah.
No, they were. Yeah, they were playing it before that even started. What they were doing was on the front page, not even Ninja's channel. They were advertising Fortnite streamers that were playing with him. And then on his personal page, it said something like, "The king is currently in another kingdom" or
Castle.
some shit.
Yeah.
And basically said, "But here are some other people you can check out."
Well, I think they do that. I think
No,
they do.
it's the only page that they've ever done that on.
Really?
You should watch the Twitter video, Dom, because Ninja responded to it and basically explained what happened. And essentially, yeah, that shit happened. There was a porn page or something being advertised on his stream.
Awesome.
Whether
That's
intentional
great.
or not,
That's great for a guy whose primary audience is 12-year-olds. That's
yeah,
really
exactly.
Well,
So
that's
great on Twitch for that.
Good job, Twitch. So this week's good job on Twitch goes to Twitch. Good job, Twitch.
Good job of the week.
I guess you gotta stick with Tifu, the bad boys, and Tifu and Doc, the bad boys of Twitch. They're sticking by those guys at least.
Well, I mean,
Are
here's an
they?
opportunity, right?
I don't know.
Here's an opportunity for some of the streamers who've been overshadowed by Ninja, especially Fortnite
Yeah.
streamers. So,
Yeah, I
hey,
know.
maybe it works out better. Who
I
knows?
know. I think Master Spoon's really gonna take his train simulator audience to prime time, baby.
Dude, I am.
Hey,
I am.
before we recorded this podcast, he was the only person streaming Train Simulator World. That's how I found him, because I didn't know he changed his name.
I fucking run the show. All right.
He is the
People
conductor.
see that I come online and they stop their streams. They're like, I'm not going to disrespect this man.
No, they're like, oh, I'm not gonna get any viewers because he's live right now.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess since we're kind of in the realm of Fortnite Season 10 came out last week, and people are pissed and hate it because the mech is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. They're like, oh, we're gonna unvault the drum gun. People are like, maybe not, and then they did it, and then
Didn't they
like-
nerf it too?
Yeah, they
like,
nerfed
isn't
it,
isn't
but-
it even not? It's not even that good.
I mean, it's still pretty strong, I think. I mean, I would take it. They don't have a regular SMG in the game anymore because that would make too much sense. They give you a crappy burst one.
Wait, I
So-
thought they had the suppressed one. Do they not?
I think they might, but it's still the Tommy gun's better than that. I think.
Gotcha.
I'm not even sure. Honestly, I've played probably 3 games and was like, this mech is ruining the game. So basically, you can jump way too far in it and shoot like 8 rockets, and you can't even like build
Yeah.
faster in it. There's legitimately zero counterplay other than jumping in it and self-destructing it, but that's not even like a feasible thing unless you like are bush camping and you jump out onto it. I don't know. There's no way to build around it because it shoots so many rockets. It has way too much HP and way too much mobility. Like I just vault it. Like just vault it. So I honestly think that's all. Like other than that, I think what they did, they have Tilted Town now, which is cool. You can't build or anything, can't get materials. I
Yeah.
think that's pretty cool. And I think they should just not do Tilted Town. I think they should just do a whole kind of map like that, like a smaller
With no
map.
building at all?
Yeah, no building.
I like that. And I think I think
kind
that
of-
was a
So
limited
remember what we
time
talked
game.
about? Remember what we talked about last week? How there's like no casual aspect
Right.
to it. But if you put that in it, like I don't
Yeah.
know. It would be kind of a little open door for people who haven't really experienced the game that much. Get your aim down, do stuff like that. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
they did have that game mode, Spoon. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like
It
a
was.
limited.
I think you got 90 mats
Yeah.
total, like 30 of each.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's the kind of Fortnite I would like to play
I
because
Yeah.
agree. Definitely
I,
agree.
I think I think for little like team fights, especially in quads, if you're in getting in a team fight, right, you should have to think about how many mats you're using. You shouldn't just be able to just spam fucking 1,000 brick, 1,000 metal, 1,000 wood, and
Well,
just be able to
Hmm.
avoid fighting. You know what I mean?
No.
You should use them situationally, and then shooting should be the primary, in my opinion. I think a lot of people feel differently, but I think shooting should be the primary thing of the game and not building.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with you on that only because I think building is what separated Fortnite from like every other
absolutely.
um, type of battle royale.
That's facts, and
So like,
I can't disagree with you on that.
and it's not
Um,
that I, but I also agree with you on the flip side that I don't find it fun where like my shot could be better than someone, but because I can't like do crank 90s like some other kid, that
yeah,
I can't compete with them.
right.
So it's like a interesting line to like
Yeah,
deal with.
and I haven't played any of the new season yet. I can't really talk much about it, but honestly, I'm kind of glad I haven't. And I know when that mech came out, that's all I saw on Twitter
I
with all the
mean,
Uh-huh.
gaming
dude,
accounts. I
it's
mean,
literally so bad. It's so bad. Like just
mm,
vault it and the game wouldn't be that awful, but it's bad. I
I
don't know.
I
It's been trending down like for a while now, and I think it's
I've heard nothing good about it.
not gonna get better. So
On the flip side, do you guys think that Epic is doing it for the publicity? Because can we all agree that like no publicity or like any type of publicity is good publicity?
well, yeah,
Like
bad. I
being
mean, I
in
think
a
you're right.
hive mind?
Sure, no bad. No publicity is bad publicity. You're right.
I disagree. I mean, I think that's the case for a lot of things, but like gaming is like if you hear a game's shitty, you're like not gonna play it. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, but they're not losing players.
They are. They are. Dude, their revenue went down like drastically. I think they lost like 20% or like a big number
Mm,
of players in recent like
Hmm.
months. Like it's been trending down for a while. Like obviously it was like an impossible number and like system to keep up with. I don't not like
Yeah.
the growth they were having is impossible to keep up with. Like no company can
yeah, it's just
Yeah, no,
sustain that.
I hear you.
So I think it
but at the
was like
same time,
inevitable that it was gonna lead to this eventually, but I thought
I
if you
am
keep
inevitable.
at
putting
this
up a good game, maybe it would have stuck around. But I think it's gonna kind of die out.
at the
I
same
hope it
time
does.
though, Dom, do you think like when you add something like this, they're intentionally trying to appeal to like a young audience and like, oh, I can play in the mech now. Like for me, for I feel like for you too, it's the same. Anybody older, no one wants to see that crap. Like, just give me Fortnite Season 3, right? Like, just give me the basics. I don't need all this pizzazz. And if you're going to give me pizzazz, it's got to be balanced and it's got to be a good fundamental of the game. This is just crap. And
Yeah,
we can all
Yeah.
agree on that. It's kind of a publicity stunt, in my opinion. Like, it's the same
Yeah.
way with what they do with the Thanos. They added Thanos and then, you know,
At
it's
least
OP. It's
at
OP.
least they made that its own game mode though.
Right.
That
Right.
wasn't normal Fortnite. That's my
no, for
big
a while it
grievance
was
with it.
normal Fortnite. It was normal
Really?
Fortnite for a little while. Yeah, when
Oh, when it was the first time around, right?
yeah,
But then they
yeah.
made it its own time
Yeah,
the
which I
second
think they
time.
learned, which I think they like should just do a robot mode. Sure. Have a mode with
Like
mechs.
mech battle.
Mech mode. Yeah, sure. That'd be
mech.
fine.
Mech mode.
Did you I don't know if you guys ever played it. It was like the called like High Skies or something and it was
Oh, was
you
it
were in a
planes only?
plane. Yeah, it was planes
Yeah,
Yeah.
only.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was fun.
I would. I'm one of the minorities in the planes, so
You know what though? The planes even in regular game were not even that OP. I
Oh
thought they
my
were fun.
god, dude. They've
no, they
just
were.
dive bombing you like that. It was so
Yeah,
fun, dude. So fun.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
Yeah, you're
they
wrong.
were fun.
You're wrong.
They were fun.
Not even close to right. Completely wrong.
Not a lot of people liked that.
Biggest idiot I've ever heard.
You shut up,
Honestly.
man, or I'll call you the R word.
No.
No.
Take it back, dude.
All right,
Just
but
take it back.
honestly, fuck Fortnite. Let's move on
All
from
right.
that shitty
All
fuck.
right. A topic that we didn't talk about being in the show, but we are on the topics of Battle Royale. Apex today released a solo mode.
No
And
way.
yeah, they released a solo mode and like a crown system. So if you win your last solo game, you get to like rock a crown and you get a crown or something. I didn't read too much about it, but I think
Like
this
on your avatar in like the lobby or like in game.
I just heard crown and I was like, man, that's cool.
Man,
So-
I would say that's cool if they released other content that's not just a fucking crowns. Like, man, they gotta do more with that game. And if that's what they
but
think is gonna,
solo is a huge step for them.
so
I
yeah,
think.
let's give me a little details about the solo.
So you can play solo. I don't know what else you need. I don't know what possible explanation that you would need. So what do you want?
It's
What do you
a
want?
VR.
What do you
How
want?
I'm
do you-
retarded, dude. Oh, sorry.
Dude, come on. Dude,
No, like
I
literally, I'm
honestly
so-
like
I get what you're saying now. It's solo battle royale. Holy shit! I thought you meant like a solo mode.
so you were
Okay.
actually confused. I thought you were
No, I
trolling
was
this whole
confused
time.
as shit. Okay, no, I
You
get
were
it. now.
actually the R word.
Yeah, I am. I
Okay.
am.
All
I
right.
just said it.
Okay.
Alright.
Well,
No, hey, that's awesome. Actually, I think that's a great addition. I think they've needed that for.
I'm gonna give
fucking
away Twitch's
I-
good job.
I feel like
Twitch
it's
to
like
Spoon now.
too late.
Yeah,
late?
too late.
I feel like it's a little too late.
I feel that. But the thing is, the streamers are playing it. It's just, I don't think the bigger ones are. You know.
No, they're not. Like it still has the same community, but you've seen King Richard. He's gone back to Fortnite.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
I didn't know
that's
that.
true.
I
Yeah.
saw him playing that Apex Pro Ram, which I thought was pretty cool, but they got like nobody
and
cool to be in
Josh OG, he
it. Beast.
declined. He declined to play Twitch Rivals
Really?
for Apex tournament.
What does
So,
he
like,
play now? He was awesome. I love
He's been loving TFT. He's
Oh,
been
really?
grinding the hell out of TFT right now.
Really, he's awesome. I always love watching his Counter Strike play. It's kind of
Yeah,
where
me
I
too,
like
dude.
found him, and his community is awesome. The best, I
Yeah,
think.
no, dude, they've been like on sub gifting trains like crazy. Like I got gifted a sub randomly just in his chat, so like I pop
Really?
in there all the time now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
awesome. It's so positive. Like
Yeah.
it's infectious. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Give it up for the mods in that chat for sure.
But I think you're absolutely right. I think it's too little, too fucking
yeah,
late.
definitely.
And
I think they had us at release, and we were just begging for.
You're
solo.
begging for more, dude.
Dude, they had us. I mean, look, I haven't played a game like that where I just wanted to play in a while.
That's the first
they had
time
me
I
for a
like
while.
max leveled a game in a long time.
Yeah.
Like
So, well, that's unfortunate. That,
I think I played that game the most out of all of us.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
I didn't
yep.
stop.
I just
playing
got
it.
max rank this summer, but
I was max rank like in the first month.
right. You were
It was
totally-
ridiculous.
And then I remember there was a point where you're just like, I don't want to play this game anymore, and I'm like, why not? And you're like, because what is there to do anymore? You've done it
Yeah.
all. The battle pass is a joke. Like you're not just gonna. And I don't know if they changed it that much in this, but I know the first one, like there was nothing to play for unless
No,
you
this
played
the
all day
second
every
one
day.
wasn't good either,
Mm.
from what I understand. So it doesn't sound like they learned from their mistakes there. I've had a couple kids say to me, like, there's one kid I work with that's an Apex Predator, actually. And he was like in the pro circuit, but he was like, for all the time and like commitment we put into it to just play for like a $5,000 payout for like a 60 team tournament or some shit isn't worth it. So like,
Yeah.
there's no reason to not play Fortnite because of how big their pools are, which is just it's really sad to like see like a game that's different and interesting like Apex just get completely dominated because of the publicity that Fortnite got and like the
What
money
drives
that's
I
in
don't
it.
think that's why they did bad though. I think they just took way too long to
Yeah.
like come up with the battle pass and come out with new characters. What they got released in March
it took so long to come out, and it was rushed. They tried really hard, I think, for a while not to copy Fortnite, and then it just got to the
And
point
then
where there
Fortnite
was
started copying them with the
yeah, and then Fortnite
respawns.
started copying them, and they were more successful.
Yep.
Will EA release a finished game? Stay fucking tuned because they won't. And what drives me nuts, dude, is as a AAA studio, how can you, with all that money, how can you just not spend more time into a game that blew the fuck up on release? Like,
Well,
holy
they
shit, you got them by the balls. Now all you have to do is add content. And they're like, let's give them this half-ass battle pass. Let's give them this shit, weapon skins, shit that are so overpriced. Oh my god. Apex is
yeah.
the most overpriced in-game purchases I've ever seen.
Well,
And they're
it's
not even
EA's
good.
greed.
They're not even good.
It's like, yeah, really bad. I don't know. I
It's
think
pathetic.
Apex is it's a lost cause for sure. I think we'll see it fade out really quick. I think it's ridiculous I'm shocked they even got a pro-am together on ESPN. But I
And I
do
didn't even hear
think
about
it's
it.
cool that kind of esports is getting on that mainstream, even though it was
Yeah.
shitty and it's not a good representation of what's actually out
Yeah.
there. But
Well, I mean, the thing with Counter Strike's own little channel, I love that. I
Yeah.
think that's so awesome on TBS or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
It's like 11 at night or something.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And even before that, it always blew me away that Blizzard got Heroes of the Storm.
Mm.
On
Like
ESPN.
yeah, on ESPN. I don't know how the hell they got that game on there,
It's a
but that
fucking
was
miracle.
so cool to see.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep kind of getting to the mainstream, creeping up, creeping up. Gotta hope for the best, baby.
But you also have to, like, there is a demand for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like Counter Strike,
Huge.
I don't think Counter Strike gets talked about enough this day and age. That game's still got a really good following, and it's still a fun game to watch. I'm
No,
sorry,
it
Counter Strike's
is.
one of the best games to watch live.
Definitely.
Is it?
And
Easy to
It's got
follow.
that
yep,
suspense.
it does absolutely. And Fortnite, in my opinion, is one of the hardest games to watch because
It gets boring.
you gotta choose what streamer to watch in a pro am. You gotta figure out what the fuck's going on in the rest of everyone else. You know what I mean? And then in this, like, this past couple months, you have just the most absurd building in those
Mm-hmm.
what was the thing, that the World Cup? I mean, there would be 50 players alive in that last circle. How do you follow what's
You
going on in
don't.
that? You know what I
You
mean?
you legitimately do not.
Yeah.
Like
So
you cannot.
it's
Yeah.
impossible.
No, I don't know. I think there's a lot of games that are hard to follow, and that's why esports doesn't really take off.
Mm.
I think, but then again, like you have like the 2K League and like the Madden Championships, and that's just like
Even Rocket League.
Rocket League's different than what I'm trying to say is like, oh, it's sports games. Like that's not nearly as exciting as real sports.
Right.
You know, that's why I
Totally.
think they don't do as well, is because it's like, but they make it somewhat on TV. Like the 2K League's kind of gaining traction. Like almost every NBA team has a 2K team
Mm.
now, and
They do.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's, but it's like I'd much rather watch a like an
Actual
actual
NBA
basketball
game.
game. Yeah.
Like 2K, like when watching it, it's still so clunky. They never figured out their servers.
No,
Like
it's
2K
too.
servers are probably the worst servers. They rival EA in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, he's gotten better. You know, like I just got mad, and I obviously there's so much weird crap that happens sometimes where like a player will just like teleport, and you're like, wait a second, this has
Mm.
been happening for 5 years, and you guys still haven't figured it out. But
Yep.
yeah, all right. Any last thoughts on that?
No, I mean, hey, yeah.
All right. Spoon, I know this is something you wanted to talk about, and it was the latest news on Call of Duty. Because
You
last
can't
time we
tell.
recorded, we
We gave
the
we gave some
streamers
brief.
played, right? You got it,
Yep.
Spoon?
So yeah. I mean, as you can tell, I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't been this excited for a new COD in a long time, and everything that we kind of talked about in the last podcast was confirmed for me in a good way when the streamers got access to it. And a lot of the things that I saw were some good changes, and I think it's going to spice up um, the the gameplay a lot, and we saw things like night maps, which is brand new. We kind of saw it in like Modern Warfare. There were a couple night maps, but I think they're going to really take night maps to the next level here.
World
We
War
saw,
II.
yeah, I think
Like the original COD World War
right.
II
I
game.
think they need to keep that out of a public playlist. If you want to play a night map, play a night map. I think that's something.
Well, that's what COD 5 did back in the day. Remember, there was like there's making night and making day.
Mm.
That
I
was
think
a
I
thing
do
back
remember
then.
that. And I remember that in COD 3.
Yeah.
If I'm
But it's
yeah.
like I mean, I don't like it. I mean, I can't see for shit to begin with in COD a lot. Like I miss guys like all the time, and this is why I'm terrible at Rainbow Six. But
Yeah.
like I can't. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna make it easier because they're gonna be like illuminated, but I think it's gonna piss me off, and I think I'm gonna smash my controller every time I get put in a night map. I'm gonna rage quit every single time.
But some other key features that I noticed that I think are going to absolutely spice up gameplay is we got some interactive features now. From what I saw, doors are now be able open and closed, which could be interesting. We'll see how that transitions to COD, but that's an interesting thing. Interactive doors. Crossplay component is going to be huge for PC.
For the
I think
boys.
we talked about it. I think there needs to be a separate queue, but nonetheless, it's going to be a way to connect more people. And
Totally.
then the BR, they talked about BR, and BR will not be a priority, which I think is a good move. I think you need to focus
No.
on Call of Duty and not Battle
Totally.
Royales. And the last thing I wanted to say that I noticed is that it seems like this is the first COD that they're taking seriously on PC, marketing well for it, and truly trying to optimize it. So a
Yeah.
lot to discuss about all those things. So I'd like to hear what you
I
guys thought.
will say the BR component. I read a couple things saying that they're not completely abandoning BR, but rather they're going to be focusing, like treating it as its own like standalone in a sense, which I think is awesome. First of all, like totally like
I feel
make
like
it a free add-on standalone thing. That's what they're saying it's going to be. It's going to be free, not like an additional payment kind of deal.
Right, right.
And then it's gonna be like a DLC in a sense, like a downloadable game mode that will can like tie into the game itself.
Sure.
Yeah, I
And
feel like with that, they kind of put all their eggs in a basket with this last one. I think in the last COD, I think it was a great battle royale. I thought it was pretty fun. You know, the vehicles were fun. Like it was pretty good, like not bad. And I think if they just kind of transfer what they learned from that over to this one, it's gonna be pretty similar to what they came up with the first time. It would be okay. I don't think it's gonna be great, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just from the gameplay aspect, especially. There was a lot to take away,
yeah,
and I watched a lot of the streams, and it's not only just traditional COD stuff that has me excited, but we saw a lot of the 2v2 stuff, and that looks really fun.
yeah.
I think they could also implement like a little rank system in that, which could be totally awesome. You
Ranked
get
COD
2v2.
is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, it
that'd be
is
cool.
awesome. I think anybody who's played, I think it was what was it called, like League or something that you could play,
Yeah, yeah.
League play.
It's League play. Yeah,
That
League play.
shit's fun, and
It was.
I think you add that back in, and then you add in maybe some more rank systems for possibly that 2v2, and you got me sold, man. So far, so
I
good.
I just want that feeling of back in the day when like the boys got on Call of Duty and like we all hopped into like search and destroy together,
Yep.
and we just literally would play
When your mom was
after.
public enemy number one because dinner was ready, you
Exactly.
know what I mean? Like, god damn, those were the glory days, and I don't think it's just nostalgia. I think truly those games were that good,
I
and
agree.
really hope this generation can get into it as much as I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome to hop into a game search and destroy with the boys on PC. I think I'm really looking forward to it. So, anything else on that? I mean, there's so
Oh,
much, and I think we're all just
will
wicked
you
excited.
will you be playing Call of Duty on PC?
Yeah,
Or,
absolutely.
because I pre-ordered the new one for my PlayStation.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go PC.
I
I
was
think me and
going to,
Spoon.
and then I saw that the early access beta was on PlayStation first.
Hmm.
And I've always played Call of Duty with the controller. I've enjoyed it more on a controller.
Well, that's the thing for me and
With
Spoon here.
crossplay,
Say that
I'm
again, Dom?
wondering.
No, Nick, finish up. Sorry.
With it being crossplay, I want to see how they treat aim assist. Because if
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a thing where there's no more like real true advantage to playing on a controller, then like if it feels like Counter-Strike with the ability to aim and move, like I don't feel clunky like I do on PC normally with COD,
Right.
I'll probably end up playing it on PC, like just having it on PlayStation and PC.
Well,
Like
the
if it's
news
good
is
enough, I don't mind paying for it, you
Well,
know?
that's the thing.
Yeah.
We have me and Spoon both have controllers hooked into our PC, and I think that will be exactly the same as like playing it on Xbox. You know?
Yeah, and you saying, Nick, like, oh, I'm getting on PS4. Hey, you're gonna be able to play with us regardless. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not really,
Do you think they're
mad
gonna
about
make
that.
you buy it twice?
Yeah.
I might buy it twice. Just if I can't like
Well,
where it's
I feel like
crossplay, if I can log in on like if I can link my accounts and just like be able
yeah,
to
that'd
play it
be.
on PC.
I mean, this isn't EA, man. They're probably not trying to money grab you here.
You never know, dude.
I know.
Activision still does have loot boxes. They still got those in there.
Yeah, they do. They are them in, but at the same time, I think we discussed it last time that if they can, separate in-game purchases for things that you get on your own through the game through grinding, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Give people the opportunity to buy shit, but separate the items you can buy from the ones you can grind for.
Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna wrap up the show.
All right.
Everybody.
I just have one last thing
We're not
to
going to talk
add.
about hats, Dom.
Oh.
I was about to bring that in. I was about to be like,
Oh my God. We
what
almost forgot.
are your favorite hats?
We got to do our top 3 of hats. Nick, since you
Top 3 hats.
remembered, start us
Oh
off.
my god.
Am I starting?
Yeah.
All right. Little unconventional, but my number one for my favorite hat is a headband.
Ooh. Okay. Wow. Out of the box.
That's
Out of the box.
Out of the
Spoon.
box.
Spoon, I'll
Dom,
give
you're
you
way
2.
too excited about that.
I'll give you 2 headbands. Wow, I was not expecting that.
No, I'm glad you're excited. We going 3 to 1 or 1 to 3?
I went 1. You can go 3.
No, go
All right.
1. No, go
Number
1.
1.
You
Number
say,
1.
You
And
say your
if
best.
this dude, if it's not your favorite hat, maybe you're the R word, but 5950, no doubt, a nice, Red Sox hat or whatever, an MLB park hat.
So you're gonna
I
say
think
a
that's
baseball hat?
baseball hat, but specifically 5950.
I don't
Yeah.
even know what that is.
I don't really like to wear those kind of hats.
Those
Okay.
are the MLB official.
Oh,
MLB
okay.
official
Okay,
hats.
New Era ones, yeah.
New Era,
All right.
yeah.
For my hat, I will be taking a top hat. Honest Abe, top hat.
Tom, are you okay?
I'll give you that one. All right, and for
Don't
my
wear top hats.
and for my second one,
And no one does.
for my second one, I'm gonna take it all the way down to Virginia Tech to Spoon's frat and go with a douchey visor.
A douchey visor. You were in a frat too, you scumbag.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
Dude, what's your
Back to
2?
Nick. Oh, my 2.
Oh,
Number 2, kind of goes back to the frat thing too. I'm gonna go with the douchey. I don't know how to describe him, but backwards hat. Ah, fuck. I don't know really how to describe it, but maybe just a backwards hat. Maybe that's the style.
Like a snapback.
Like a snapback, yeah, like
Okay,
a
we'll
snapback,
give
but
you
it
that.
has like the belt buckle snapback. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Okay.
kinda, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Dad
It's
hat.
very,
Kinda
very,
dad hat.
very-
Dad hat. There you go. Dad hat. But wear it backwards, then you become a frat.
Okay,
hat.
Nick.
very frat answer, Spencer.
Thank you.
Nick, you
Very
give
frat.
your last 2.
My number 2, really close to the headband. I just want to add is going to be like a beanie
Oh,
with
okay.
with the puff on the top. It has to have a puff on the top,
All
my
right.
like a nice winter hat with
All
a
right.
puff on the top.
All right. Nice. All
And
right.
number 3 is gonna be a bucket hat.
Oh, you shit. That was my 3. All right. I
You
gotta
guys
back
are
up.
faggots.
I gotta back
Oh,
up.
might be.
All right.
Okay. All right, you got one, or you want me to?
Spoon,
You're in the
Spoon,
middle.
Give us
Oh,
the
my
last
bad.
one.
Dom already went.
All right. All right. So this has been supporting white moms everywhere, and I got to give a huge shout out. The black Nike running hat.
Oh,
That is
I
iconic.
thought you were gonna say a nice beach sun hat.
No,
Yeah, that's what I was. A nice little like straw like visor hat,
no,
sun
no.
hat.
Gotta flex the Nike, the black Nike running hat.
All right, that was Spoon's easily the worst. All three of us
Yeah.
were terrible.
Yep.
My
Are
number
you kidding
3,
me?
the Mad Bomber winter hat.
Nice.
Okay,
That's a good
I
one.
You look
respect
like
that.
an Eskimo.
That's a good one. This segment's so friggin' stupid
Awesome.
dumb. So I
It
hope
is
you know.
awesome.
Honestly, I enjoyed it, Spencer. I wish you could have more fun with things in
Yeah,
life.
like
Maybe
get,
next
get a
week
little
I'll be a little more
creative. You're
prepared.
like, a Red Sox hat. All right, that's our show. Thanks. Love you guys.
Thanks
That's
for
the
watching.
podcast.
Love the boys.
I miss you all.